welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with another ballet body workout, and today it's going to be about the back. I hope you guys are enjoying all these ballet body workouts, so make sure you do give it a thumbs up if you do. And I want to start like a little mini competition and see how many likes we can get on each video. So today let's try and get to 500. So hopefully when I post my next video, we will be at 500. So the competition is on, let's see. Alright, so let's get started with the workout. Okay, so the key to balancing is obviously being on your center. So let's give you a couple of strengthening exercises and things you can do at home to improve being on balance. Now, I must also say that for me, I found that when I found my center of balance in balancing, I have never really lost it. So I guess it's a thing, once you find it, you will never lose it. So let's start with the first exercise. So for this, I obviously suggest to hold on to something. If you have a bar, that's even better. So just start in parallel and you are going to rise up. And you want to do this a couple of times, about 5 times, until you feel really centered. Now make sure when you are going up as well that you are perfectly straight with the foot, because you do not want to be balancing sickled or rolled in. It's very important to have the right placement of foot so you do not teach yourself to balance in the wrong position. And that is definitely something I struggled when I started to get my balancing, is that I started to balance a little bit sickled, especially on my left leg. So it's very, very important to teach yourself to be perfectly centered. So yes, keep on doing rises and then do 5 on the other side. Alright, so now let's do another 5. And every time we go up, we're just going to let go of the bar and see if you can balance for a little bit. And don't worry if you cannot do this, it's perfectly fine. That's why you're supposed to be doing this every day, to try and improve your center of balance. Make sure you do the other leg, because you do not want to have a stronger leg. Another tip for when you are doing this and you are releasing, make sure you grow out of your body and not sink, because if you sink, your foot will start to wobble and that's not good. So try and think of a very steady foot and lifting through the arch. So when I let go, I'm lifting up and pretending like I'm about to float up into space. Another tip as well is the placement and the feeling of your legs when you are balancing. Make sure your leg is nicely turned out and rotated, and also rotated from the inside thigh. You do not want to be sunken into your bum. You want to be nicely rotated and turned out. This also doesn't just go for parallel, this goes for any position like attitude, second out, and derriere, and coup de pied, and all those positions. You just want to be really lifted and rotated and feeling like you were going off through the floor. Once you've got the hang of the parallel rises on one foot and letting go, I then definitely suggest starting to do it turned out. And this does start to get harder. So when you rise, just keep on doing this and testing every now and then, and balance. Now on to the next tip for balancing, and this is practice. Practice, practice, practice. I practice so much all the time trying to get on my center. It is the key to being able to balance, is doing it every day. If you are in class as well and your teacher gives you an exercise and at the end there's a balance, I definitely suggest holding it that little bit extra longer if you can, This will help you, and then every single lesson you just hold it that little bit longer and you will get better and better and better. Also, when you are balancing in class, another tip is to make sure not to give in to yourself, even if it's just that little second longer. When you are balancing, make sure just to think extra and then come down if you are feeling like you're about to fall out of it. It's also very important not to keep on putting your hand on the bar, because you will not feel how it's supposed to be done when you are balancing. So if you are wobbling around, try and really think of getting back and centered. It is going to help find your balance, because if you keep on trying to find it, you will eventually find it and you will be there all the time. Another tip I have for you guys is about the upper body when you are balancing. So I talked about foot placement, leg work. So now upper body is very important. I said that in class, if you are wobbling everywhere, trying to really think of getting back on your center. And that is exactly what you have to do. You have to think of your sides really coming in together and thinking of your core when you are balancing. It's very, very, very important to keep it nice and straight, because you do not want to be balancing everywhere. So that being said, doing lots of core work and oblique work to try and strengthen your core so it's easier for you to balance. So like, here's a little demonstration. So I'm here. If you do start to go everywhere, try and really activate your core and lift up and out. So if you're getting the hang of balancing with the bar and letting go, and also in turn out as well, I suggest going into the center and start to rise up and down without anything. Now this is very hard and you definitely have to work up to it. It's even hard for me. Doing this in the center and being able to master it is going to help you a lot in ballet, being able to do fondus onto rise and anything that has to do with balancing in the center. So if you've mastered that, then you are on the way to being a great balancer. You can do this in any position. You can do it turned out. I think that's the best way to go for when you are doing it in the center. You can do parallel and pliés if you want. That's also really hard and also great to get your plié balance as well. Because we all know adage in the center is very hard, and trying and practicing this in the center will really help you with all those adage steps. So even when you are in the center as well, it's also great to do balancing with moving arms. As in ballet, you don't just balance in one position and don't move your arms. You usually, for example, go into a retire and then you somehow move your arms out. So it's good to start practicing with your arms and making sure they are nice and fluid. Now, as I was saying, doing balancing in the center is very good, just doing pliés and rises and things like that. You can even also, if you want to, do some balancing from a fondue position and posing up. This is super hard as well, so you do have to practice, but just doing that and finding your center of balance is great as well. Even if you fall over, keep on trying, it will get better and better. So getting back to the video, I have shown you some exercises doing parallel, turned out, letting go and testing your balance, also letting you know what to do in class, and also telling you guys to practice, practice, practice. So those are all of the tips I have for you today. I would love to know down below if you would like to see how to improve your balances in different positions. So attitude devant and also attitude derrière, and maybe even one in second, because those types of positions in balancing is very different to just a normal coup de pied. So please let me know down below if you want those. So thank you so much for watching, and let's go to my outro. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel for more workouts. And I love you all so much, so I will see you next week. Bye!